Wow, these last few weeks, they've been so profound with these readings. We do have the Divine Feminine update for you. For those of you that don't know, I'm your host, Yildiz from Yildiz Readings. I'm an intuitive astrologer, a psychic medium, and a clairvoyant, and we do cover your twin flame path here online. If you do want a booking, you can go to the link directly below, and we're going to get straight into the read. Now, Divine Feminine this week, you have some interesting kind of channel messages coming through. One subject matter they're referencing is that you're very, very focused at the moment on desiring, it's almost like, gee, I need to move to that happiness. When am I going to feel great? I want stability. I want to be doing the things that feel correct for me. And also, you're wanting that in your physical environment, the people, places, and things, around you. This also can be relating to having some clarity and, if it's possible, within the direction and the connection of your twin flame path. Now, as we move further into the read, we're looking to the most recent past, and you're remembering back to the heydays of how things used to be. And, some things might have come up for you in a sense of memories, and you didn't realize that it was going to take as long as it had. You didn't realize how things were going to come about for transition and transformation. If you have done a lot of clearing, I would not be surprised with our retrogrades. You are going to find things are going to become more clear, but I do think there is a lot of psychic energy going on within your read. So sometimes when I'm channeling messages, I can pick a card where it is a direct person that's popping in. Other times I have a direct reference where it's more psychic in nature, and I do feel the situation as psychic. So regardless of whether you're in communication with them or within reunion, there is a circumstance playing out this week where you feel something has been stuck, but they're hearing your call and your plight. And there is a breaking out of the shackles here. There is a shift and a transition. A lot of times, you within your path, your direct energies are very linked. So when you move through a breakthrough and you have a revelation, and we have almost like the sun energy here crowning you, you're like, I'm needing to have some clarity and focus. I'm detaching from what it was before, regardless of where I stand right now. Once you move through that hoop and you move into detachment of going, look, regardless of what it is now, I need change. And you move into acceptance of that. What isn't working, right? You're like, I know what isn't working, but I have to detach because I need to find something that is working. And you might not have the solution. You then can have a bit of a purge, and then you get balanced. And this person can channel then your energy like a chess move. You've moved to this next level. You have moved to this next level, Divine Feminine. For some of you, it is happening this week. You're moving through that cycle. You're moving to this revelation of what you do desire, regardless. You might have been really second guessing yourself over the last few weeks. And now you're going to be moving into some clarity. This untanglement needs to happen. I have power on my side, they have power on theirs, and it's going to be happening with them now. Now, it's funny because in matching the two, when you go to look at the Divine Masculine, go and have a look, you can almost see the psychic energy between each individual. And I'd love to see those if you have jumped onto the masculine read and now you've come here. You more than likely can see the correlating energies. Oh, this is interesting. If I'm going through X, Y, and Z, it's showing up on that side. You may feel as though in life you need balance, okay? So there can be some personal things going on as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if suddenly you're saying to yourself, I need to do things that make me happy. I need to realize I do have power. I need to realize, similar to the Divine Masculine, is that I do have power and I can do things. And I'm not going to be at a crossroad any longer. I do need to work on my heart chakra, and I do need to actually do things that I'm very passionate about, and realize that, some of the things maybe I was doing on that side of the path, I just didn't have to do. But maybe felt at that point in time I had to. But I feel that you're working on that self mastery, but it's saying, you know, don't tame your heart, don't tame your passion. You could be aware that you do need to bring balance into your life. And, it could be that you need to be in the hunter gatherer mode, but you also do need to have that co creative mode, that grounding, that harmony. The world has been spinning. We've been going through all these changes, and you just want to get some equilibrium so that you can rebalance and you can start moving towards the things. Some things you don't want to rebuild, and that's okay. Some things it could be that you have been sacrificing and holding on to, even though you know they're dead and gone in the water. It's like something's not connecting to you. For some of you, it could be that you're feeling everything's imbalanced. I've been making too many sacrifices. I've been having too much faith in it, and I just need to let go. That is very common to what happens in detachment. And for any of you who have researched anything to do with the path, a lot of people that have moved through this journey, and again, you got fives, we've had fives all month. It would take a lot for this to change, okay? Fives is change, a whole world change, a shake up. When you say the fives, you are asking for it, universe is going to deliver. But generally, in order to get that, it's not about manifesting. It's about moving into acceptance of where you are today and what you feel. So how does that look? Look at how the person is not focused on the imagery in the background. It's slightly blurred. You're getting into spirit. We have the card almost fading, which is, it's sitting there. It's being peaceful. It's being zen. It's having respect and empathy for the trials and tribulations you've been through. When we say accept, it doesn't mean my twin flame path is everywhere I wish it would be. No, it's crap. It's really not. And that's acceptance. It's okay. And it's not the dissection of everything, because that's where you're going. Is it my fault? Is it their fault? Is there something I could have done? Is something, it's none of that. It's just pure acceptance of where it is on the chessboard. Not saying where it is on the chessboard is great. It could be. When you move into that, look at the person. Calm as day, detached, getting into the zen, not even trying. It's just a release of control, a release of the ego, of who's right, who's wrong, etc., etc. And this is where it actually opens. We're going to go into clarifying, because I don't see this. You're changing your focus. Your focus hasn't changed, okay? The mission is still the mission. But it's sometimes in not doing anything at all that you actually do get physical movement. Let's take a look. What do we need to know? I would definitely say, if you have felt that you've been getting psychic attacks, go and have a shower. Cleanse your house. It's going to be very psychic this month, especially now. The lunations we're having are in the eclipse cycle connected to the nodes. It will be very psychic. And we will need to rest. Our body's going to be very tight. It's interesting. You do want to it's weird. It's almost like in one, your guides are going, you're contradicting yourself. In one way, you want structure, right? But in one way, you find structure restricts you. So it's saying, you want direction, but you want something more permanent. That's the best way I can describe it. You're like, look, I want to know where I'm going. I'd love to have some clarity. I'd love to be doing the fun in the sun. I really would. Happier times, brighter times, logical times, directional times. Way too many cards. Okay. What do we need to know about the heart of this situation, please, for the divine feminine linking to their twin flame path? Okay, communication is coming in. Your guides have heard your plight. I also think counterpart has. And what is the subject matter? You know, it's weird. Looking at this mastery card in reverse with the individual actually holding the box. Again, I felt it was your divine masculine. And we have the soldier come out as a clarifier. You may think they're unable to master their heart and they haven't worked it out, but they actually, some shit's going down. Okay? Some things are going down. They're turning up like the soldier and it's in the upright. Your perception versus what's happening, two different things. The sadness is causing the trigger, is causing the transformation. Because you're detaching and you feel disillusioned, your ego is no longer involved, there is movement. It's like the fan pout detaching, some movement, or the fan pout being reconnected. Talking mechanical terms. There is a transformation here. You are good. Okay. Some of you, this can be a significant message. You may be hearing from 3 different individuals that you have not heard from in a while. Or on the day, you could hear from 3 individuals back to back. It's almost like they're trying to give that to you as a message that when this happens, something is going down on your counterpart's side. And look, this door that is opening for you is going to be something very long standing. And this could be an offer in a sense of a connection going the distance, a connection lasting a very long time. I do think it's towards your counterpart energy, but I also feel that whatever you're in, whatever path you're going towards, it's going to take you to something much more permanent and stable. Let's pull a romance card. I don't get a bad feeling, but I do feel as though if you are having some ascension and you are feeling these energies, best advice I can give you is to realize that there is a major change happening on their side, and there may be that you don't need to do much. Okay, you got the Union card. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Okay. Message from counterpart to the divine feminine, please. You're very tired, divine feminine. You do need to clear your energy. Your environment also could be bringing some negative energy in, so make sure it's clear. It is important right now to take a step back and to spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on the other, now is the time to give to yourself. Now, usually universe takes you out of a situation temporarily so that you can rest and recover. And generally, like I said, if you go look at the masculine three, they're working this week, okay? They've got things going down. So if you feel as though it's all yuck, this person's owning their power. You may need to rest. If you're needing to rest and the universe is forcing you to do such, it's because you have big changes ahead. And with that 5 as the outcome, you have big changes ahead and they are the better. Now, if you haven't looked at the other editions, go through and take a look. I'd love to hear how this is playing out for you as an individual on your path. And if you do want to book in, you can visit our website. All links are directly below. And yes, we can cover your twin flame path. Otherwise, stay tuned for our energy updates online and feel free to visit our Sage Inner Circle Network via the website for more information.